Ready?
I'm ready.
Are there any sewing purchases that I have ever made that have made you raise an eyebrow?
Ever?
Yes, ever. Hey, sewing friends. We are here in Oklahoma because we are traveling for work, and I want to introduce you to Mr. Fabricated Grannies, my hubby, Lee.
All right. Hey there.
We're going to do a Ask Hubby Sewing edition for you guys. So I'm going to ask him some questions and see how well he knows about this hobby that has consumed.
Keep your expectations low.
All right, we're going to get started.
Okay.
Is how well do you know your sewing wife? You ready?
Yes.
Okay, how many sewing machines do I have? Are you picturing the inside of the sewing room?
Yeah.
Remember that there's some not in the sewing room.
7.
7?
7's what I'm going to say. Because I know that there are, including the serger, 6 or 7.
That's a good guess. It's more like 8 or 9.
What?
And you just bought me a new one.
I counted it.
Can you tell me what exactly is a fat quarter?
Fat quarter.
Be careful with your answer.
Okay. I'm going to try to go technical with it. So I think it's probably a quarter of a yard-ish.
Okay. Yeah. You're kind of right.
That's the best I'm going to be able to do because I know that sewing math is just wonky to me.
Sewing math is the only math.
Okay. So a whole yard of fabric, but just a quarter of that.
Yeah, kind of. But a yard of fabric is folded in half on the bolt, which means when you unfold it, it's like 44 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And then a yard is 36. So it's 44 by 36.
Right.
And if you draw a plus sign through the middle and down the middle, it's divided into fourths.
Right.
That is a fat quarter, one of those.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
A quarter of a yard of fabric.
Yeah, but if you just cut a yard of fabric, that's only 9 inches by 44. Whereas a fat quarter is 21 inches by like 19.
Okay.
I know.
I guess
makes your head hurt.
Sewing math.
Can you tell me what exactly is English paper piecing?
It's what you do every evening, or while we're driving, or while we're flying. It's putting, I forget what you call them, those little squares of fabric around little hexagons that you've cut out, and you glue them to that, and you're sewing them to one another, making like octagons.
A bigger.
Yeah, you're making one little octagon into, I don't know how many, 7 or so.
Yeah, it's 7.
See?
Good job.
I do pay attention. So you're doing that, and you're sewing it all together, and you most of the time get them all around the one, unless you forget where you're at, and you sew one on the outside, and then you have to cut it off.
Yes, that did happen yesterday on the plane. Okay, last one for this section. Can you tell me what it means to play Bob and Chicken?
Bob and Chicken?
No, Bobbin Chicken.
Bobbin Chicken. It's got something to do with the bobbin, which is the thread spindle that sits in the bottom of the sewing machine.
Yeah.
So my guess is it's not seated properly and it's jumping. I really don't know.
Because chickens jump?
No, it's a bob. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you mean like bobbin?
Yeah. See, even you don't know.
No, it means. Do you want to know?
Yes.
Okay, it means.
I'm sure they want to know. right?
They probably already know. It means when the thread on your bobbin is running really low and you only have like a little bit left, but you have a lot of sewing left to do, and you keep sewing and hoping that you can get to a good stopping spot before the thread on the bobbin wears out.
Hoping you can get to a good stopping spot, not hoping that the thread will just kind of magically appear and become more than you think it is.
That's part of it. That's wishful thinking.
Yeah.
All right. The next thing we're going to do is some multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice. I can do multiple choice.
So tell me which of these is a real sewing term.
Okay, I got this.
Flying geese, triangle ducks, or sleeping chickens.
A real sewing term.
Yes.
It's got to be sleeping chickens. Something with chickens.
One more guess.
Okay, what were they?
Flying geese, triangle ducks, sleeping chickens.
Triangle ducks.
That's not what.
Flying geese?
It is flying geese. Yes. Flying geese is a pattern, a quilt pattern.
I've never heard you mention anything about flying geese.
All right, one more. Multiple choice. Which of these is a real sewing thing?
Okay.
A real sewing term. A dancing foot, a walking foot, a running foot.
A walking foot.
Yay! Good job. You did it. You knew that. You didn't guess.
No, I knew that for sure. That's one of the feet, a foot, that typically comes with a sewing machine. Or is that one you have to go out and purchase specifically for?
It depends on how much you spend on the sewing machine. A typical one that you would buy like just over the counter. That's funny, over the counter. A typical one that you would buy just at like a department store probably wouldn't come with a walking foot, but the more money you spend, the more likely you are to get a walking foot.
So yeah, it's very interesting, because that may tell you a little bit about the kind of machines that Rebecca buys, because I thought it was just a standard thing it just comes with. So it only comes with those that are a little more
a little pricey. Yeah. Although you could get a walking foot for just a regular standard machine, but you have to pay extra money for those.
You have to pay extra.
Yeah. All right, you ready for the next section of questions?
A little bit of insight about you that I think I already knew.
You already knew.
I knew that.
There's a lot of money tied up.
There is.
All right, you ready for the next section?
Ready.
Okay, this is the truth or This is the truth or consequences marriage edition.
Oh no. Okay, I'm ready.
We're here to actually lead a marriage retreat this weekend, so here we go.
Here we go.
You ready? Relationship.
Yes, relationship stuff. Here we go.
What is one sewing rule that I have that you have learned to never break?
Do not ever touch the scissors. No. I can touch the scissors, just they're never to be used for anything but fabric.
I'm so proud of you.
There are certain scissors that I know that I can use. The little blue-handled ones that the 5-year-olds get to use, those are my scissors. All the other scissors belong to Rebecca. And they stay on the wall in the sewing room.
They have a special place of honor in my sewing room.
And why there's 15 of them, and
they all have a purpose.
Okay. And then there's 1 or 2 that are allowed to cut paper and other stuff. But that's for sure.
That's the cardinal rule.
Hard and fast.
All right. How many unfinished projects do you think I have?
I have no idea. At least 6.
Yeah.
At least.
Higher.
Yeah, at least 6.
At least
maybe
6.
Twice.
I think the last time I counted, probably 9.
Good at starting the projects.
Okay. If I were to give you the right amount of fabric, an easy ish quilt pattern and left you alone in my sewing room, which is really our sewing room,
Yeah.
for a weekend, do you think you could make any progress on getting a quilt made?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Should we test it?
Try me out. I've watched you enough.
You have watched me. And you've watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to fix the sewing machines when they don't act right.
Yep.
So
I think I can do it.
I think you probably could too.
I don't know. She might help me do that now. We'll see.
I'll give you a flying geese pattern.
Okay.
It's actually kind of hard. Flying geese are. Okay. Thank you for being a good sport.
Absolutely, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Hey, you know what?
What?
Speaking of that, while we're here, she told you we're in Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a quilt shop that you might like to go to.
For real?
Let's go find it.
Really?
Maybe you can show these folks.
Okay, we're gonna go in here, and I want you to go find the fabric that you think that I would be the most likely to walk away with 3 yards of.
3 yards.
3 yards.
What are you doing with it?
That does not matter.
Oh, it matters.
3 yards.
Okay, we'll see. This could take forever. So this is a lot like when I take you and we start looking at cars, and you say, they're all looking the same. It all looks the same. Look at this. What the heck?
It's so cute, though.
It is. It looks like something you would do, or your mom. Okay, Mimi, that's you.
Yeah, definitely. So cute.
23 fat quarter. I know that FQ.
Yep.
Bundle, clover and dots. Come with me. It's kind of a stab here, but it's going to be one of these. And I would say this.
Yep.
Maybe?
Yeah, that's a real good maybe.
Okay.
I don't know
It's a
that
good
I'd
maybe.
need 3 whole yards of it.
Yeah, well,
But
again,
I do like it.
Okay, so now we're going to go that way. Now, I know that I could say up here, and I couldn't go wrong. Any of that.
Yeah, you are right.
But this.
Yep. I think this is it. That's the one. Yep, that's the one. I love it. You did good.
Thanks.
Okay, now 3 yards. I'll take 3 yards.
What?
All right.
All right.
Tell me, do you know what this is called?
This is called, I can read. This is a roll of fabric.
It is a roll of fabric, but they call it a jelly roll.
A jelly roll?
A jelly roll. Okay, even crazier. What
Jelly
is
roll.
this called? Think
This?
food.
Think food?
Yeah, think food.
Calorie. Some kind of cake, maybe? I have no
You're
idea.
close. It's called a layer cake.
Layer cake.
There's no
Okay.
chocolate involved. So.
I know, that's what I'm looking for. So this is a layer cake. This is a jelly roll. I think cinnamon roll would be better, but jelly roll. And then this is, what? A saucer?
Salsa. Yeah, that's the salsa you put it. No, this is just a charm square
A
pack.
charm. Oh, so charms, that's kind of like this right here, I guess.
Well, here they call them candies, but I've always known them to be mini charms. So this is a regular charm.
See,
It's a regular charm pack, and then that's a mini charm pack.
Okay, so here's the thing. Back to the old military days, okay? The MRE, the meal ready to eat, the meals we eat in the field.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would come with charms. Okay, charms is an old candy. So it's interesting that you say charms, mini charms, candies, because those charms were the candies that came in the MRE. But the thing is, the superstition was you don't eat the charms because if you do, it's going to rain. Has nothing to do with quilting, but I found it interesting that you're talking about charms.
Although a rainy day with a charm pack, that's a really good combination.
Okay. The quilter in her natural habitat.
It's my husband Lee. He's my machine mechanic.
Oh, really? I'm not very
He
good at it. I could learn from you, I'm sure.
Well,
So when you first started repairing sewing machines, how much did you know?
nothing.
Nothing.
Nor did I want to learn anything about
And look at you now.
it. Now, like that.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
Hey, I found the cordless iron. Look at there. I think she would get the job done.
All right. Did we get 3 yards of fabric?
No, look, we got this. Let's escape now.